From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Tuesday, March 4th. Our first story this morning on the national side, President Trump's tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China will go into effect today. Trump said he's using tariffs to punish countries that he says were taking from the U.S. economy without giving enough in return. The president doubled the additional tariff on all Chinese goods from 10% to 20%. Tariffs on Canada and Mexico will be at 25%. Canada says it's ready to respond with retaliatory levies of its own. Second story this morning, former Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Director Pat Lopez passed away on Sunday at her home after a brief illness. Lopez dedicated her career to public health, serving Lincoln and Lancaster County for decades, starting in 1975. During her time, she was a public health nurse, developed healthcare programs for Medicaid recipients, and so much more. She was appointed interim director of the health department in 2019, later guiding the city and county through the pandemic. Third story right now, there have already been 164 cases of measles in 2025, which is raising concerns. An infectious disease physician at CHI says last year the U.S. saw about 280 cases for the whole year. Most commonly affecting kids, the respiratory disease caused by one of the world's most contagious viruses spreads easily when an infected person breathes, sneezes, or coughs. That's why doctors at CHI say the vaccine is typically given around 12 to 15 months and followed by a booster around 4 to 5 years old. They said it's enough to protect the child from measles for life. Fourth story, during their monthly meeting yesterday, the Grand Island Area Coalition on Trafficking packed care packages to be given out to hotels in Grand Island. The items in each package carry an inconspicuous message for people who might be victims. The packages also include information on how to contact the human trafficking hotline. The GIACT says they are looking for some volunteers to help distribute educational materials and crisis resources to local hotels and motels. Wrapping things up with your final story, friends and family are mourning the 21-year-old Michelle Gonzalez, who was killed in an apparent murder-suicide in East Lincoln. Between tears and embraces, Michelle's loved ones remembered a life taken too soon, while also hoping to shed a light on domestic violence. Lincoln police say the tragedy happened last Wednesday, just hours after Gonzalez filed a protection order against Ibrahim Almadani, and police say 28-year-old Almadani hit 21-year-old Gonzalez with a car and then chased and gunned her down.
The fact that she looked genuinely happy didn't make me question, and I regret that so much.
It shouldn't have come to this point where multiple women are losing their lives, and then now there's awareness.
Those are Michelle's siblings there, and Michelle's friends and families have started GoFundMe to help pay for funeral expenses, which you can find on our website, 1011now.com. That's your Morning Pulse for this Tuesday morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.